welcome back to the channel. While it might be still hot outside, we're gonna start cooling off and talking about fall. Today we're diving into everything that you need to know about the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. If you're headed to Disney this fall or just want to check out this special ticketed event, or if you just want to know what this special ticketed event is all about, I've got you covered. We'll talk about tickets, trick-or-treating, characters, parades, fireworks, and all the snacks. Plus, I'll share a few tips to make the most of your night. Let's get into it. So what exactly is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? It's a special ticketed event that takes place mid-August and runs right up through, you guessed it, Halloween. The party officially runs from 7 p.m. to 12 p.m., but they usually let people in early, so usually you're allowed to enter around 4 p.m. Tip is don't just get there right at 4. You're going to want to line up because there's a big crowd and everyone's going to be doing the same thing. So I would definitely aim to get there well before 4, especially if you're looking to meet these characters that we'll talk about in a second. So for the special party, the park is going to transform into a spooky but not so scary Halloween party for young kids to adults. It's very family friendly. They have exclusive entertainment. Yes, they even have trick-or-treating. One important thing, if you don't have a special ticket event, and let's say you were at Magic Kingdom that morning, they will ask you to leave. So don't think you could just like come and pay the regular park fare for Magic Kingdom for that day and think you're gonna stay, because they will start looking. They give you a special wristband so everyone knows, and the cast members will politely ask you to leave. So tickets are priced differently. August is generally one of the cheaper months. As you get closer to Halloween, of course, it gets more expensive. I'm a pass holder. We are supposed to get a $10 discount. They don't throw that much of a discount out for us, but of course, the pass holder discount ended at like before. We're going to go at the end of September, and it's actually going to be the discount is actually going to be stopping like the week leading up to that. So that was kind of a bummer for me. So I'm paying a regular fare just like all of you. I don't even remember what we paid, but ticket sales opened back I think in like May. So we've had our tickets since then. But if you have flexibility, I would definitely look into going to the Halloween party in August or September. They still make it look Halloween-like, spooky, scary, not so scary, but you'll definitely have less crowds, and you're gonna get, like I said, a little bit of a discount on the tickets, because after it gets closer to Halloween, everyone's in the Halloween spirit, and of course they're gonna charge more, and the crowds are gonna I believe that Halloween is most likely already sold out. That usually sells out pretty quickly. What is one of the best things about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? The costumes. So we've been going with my daughter since she was a baby. We don't get like super into it because it is Orlando and it is very hot. So we try to do more of like a Disney bound. When she was a baby, we had her in as Tinkerbell. The next year, she was Moana, I think. We had her as Moana. Last year she was Ariel. This year I'm not sure yet. We're still gonna come up. I'm gonna have to sit down and talk with her and see like what we're gonna be, if we're gonna do our own thing or whatnot. But I do see, if you don't want to wear a costume, that's totally fine. I do see people wearing like the general Halloween special t-shirts that they release every year. Some of the years past, sometimes they just have a generic tank top with like a pumpkin or whatever on it. So if you're not the costume type, don't worry. But it is one of the select times that Disney allows adults to even dress up, because generally they try not to make it so you're dressed too much like a Disney character or princess, because they don't want other people to get confused. But Halloween is the exception. So you just want to double check their website and make sure that your costume falls along the guidelines. Also, you're going to want to join one of the Facebook groups before you go. It's the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2025. And a lot of times you could even ask other people's opinions if you're unsure if a costume is going to be okay or not. But obviously just try to keep it family friendly, fun, not so scary, and you'll be great. All right, so like I was mentioning, when you get in, you're going to get a wristband, and they're going to hand you one of these coveted trick-or-treating bags. So I'm so lucky, like I don't throw away anything in our house, and for me, I can't believe it. Of all the years that we've been going, I think we've been giving them away or something, because this is the only one I managed to find. So I'm lucky that I have this to show you. So obviously you can tell, like it's pretty tiny. It's pretty tiny. So what we like to do as a family is, my mom, and of course I don't have it right now, so I'm gonna have to see if I can find some. I can find it first of all, otherwise maybe I can find a picture or footage. But my mom made all of the grandkids personalized pillowcases with their name on it, and they have the Minnie and Mickey Halloween characters. It's like orange and it has her name on it. So generally what we do is we fill up the candy, and yes, you can go multiple times through the stands. They're not going to say, oh, she already went through the stands, but they have them through all the different lands, and you'll see these big inflatable things that say trick or treat here, and you can go as many times as you want if that's your prerogative. They don't care. I mean, you paid almost $200 or maybe even over $200 for these tickets. So if you want to choose to trick or treat and waste your time with that they don't care. But what we do is we fill these up, and as it gets heavier, we dump them up into the pillowcase and we keep them under the stroller. They give you like M&Ms, Snickers, Starburst. That's from what I remember from years past, but everything is super good. And yes, they even have special allergy treats to give people if you're allergic to like nuts and whatnot. So you'll want to look for the teal pumpkin. Also, they're gonna be trick-or-treating all like throughout the whole party after 7 to midnight, and you're gonna want to definitely maybe save some of that trick-or-treating toward the end, because at the end of the night the cast members generally are a little bit more generous and start giving you things. Last year it started raining and it was just kind of a bummer, so we ended up leaving the park early. Plus my husband is just totally not, he's not Disney fan, and we actually had we were staying at Wilderness Lodge and we were staying club level, so he wanted to go back to try to get like snacks and a couple drinks before we went to bed. So this year it's just gonna be me and my daughter, and I'm hoping that we could stay and make it till midnight. Well, the previous year we were with my parents, and I think my nieces came, and it was just so much fun, and they were just giving us loads of stuff like candy. I think this might have been actually 2 years ago, because this is before when Splash Mountain was still Splash Mountain and not Tiana's Bayou. So I remember that I think my husband and my mom and my niece went on that, and so me and my dad and Lucia, my daughter, we were hitting up the trick-or-treating stands, and they were literally, not only were they filling us up, they were sending us with these bags already filled up. So we really hit the mother load like that trip. But definitely trick-or-treating is not to be missed. It's super fun. Just make sure you leave extra room in your suitcase, because you're gonna come home with a lot. A lot of times people even end up bringing them home and like end up using them as trick-or-treating candy for the neighbor kids, which is a great tip. Now, the entertainment is where Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party really shines. They have the most amazing parades that you're gonna want to check out. There are 2 parades, and the same parade, but they show it twice, and it features like a headless horseman, which is so amazing. He always kicks off the start of the parade, and you're gonna have the song stuck in your head. It is not to be missed. Everybody just thoroughly enjoys it. It's definitely amazing, and again, not so scary, very kid friendly. We've been taking my daughter since she was a baby, and she thoroughly enjoys watching the parade every year, and it's so fun to see all the different characters, and they're in their costumes, and there's dancing, and they just really Disney really does it great. And they have the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular with the Sanderson sisters and all of the villains, and that is a nice cool show to watch. That one I believe also has 2 showings, so you're gonna want to check like the schedule if you're planning to go to the party, and just see and kind of like decide like what you want to if you want to like hit up the trick-or-treating first. You're gonna make sure that you're gonna want to stick around for the Not So Spooky Spectacular fireworks. Can I say that twice? So the fireworks show is an exclusive event, and it's also very Halloween centered. It's not your typical happily ever after fireworks. It's hosted by Jack Skeleton, and just another amazing show with the projections that they project onto the castle and onto Main Street along with the fireworks. It's definitely, you do not want to miss that if you want to stay, and hopefully you'll have luck and there won't be rain, because it is obviously the rainy hurricane season. So sometimes the fireworks do not end up going on, but if they're on, you're gonna want to make sure that you stick around for those. So let's talk about characters in photo ops. So Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a time when you're gonna meet some of those rare characters that you're not gonna necessarily see in the park. The two most famous being Jack Skellington and Sally. Now, I have to admit, I am not crazy about this show and those characters. They kind of freak me out. They're a little spooky, and we have not tried that. I don't prefer to stand in line and waste my party time to go meet them. Now, if you want to do that, you're going to want to make sure that you get in line early, first of all, before the party even opens. And then second of all, once it opens, you're going to want to head on right on there and get in line, because sometimes you definitely can be like an hour or so waiting to see them. You can also see the 7 dwarves are usually there. And let's see what else. Elvis Stitch. These are just my regular Stitch earrings, but yeah, you can see Elvis Stitch and a lot of other villains you're gonna see, and they're gonna have photo ops for that, along with the regular Disney characters all in their Halloween costumes. Also, don't skip the magic shots. If you have you've purchased the photo pass for the week, they're all going to be included. They're going to have a lot of special stations with different overlays, little special things that they're going to, you know, like the haunted horseman, or the, oh my gosh, what, the hitchhiking ghosts and everything. They could put right into your family's photograph at the end, and so it's definitely just like a fun little memento to remember your trip with. One other thing about coming to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is you're going to see special party exclusive food, snacks, and merch that you're not going to see when you're there during the day or the rest of your time there. These are party exclusive things, and these sell out quickly, so especially the merch and the popcorn buckets. So in the past, I have bought the mayor from Jack Skellington. I've bought Mickey dressed as a mummy. And so if some of these, like if you come into the park and some of these catch your eye, you're going to want to make sure to get in line and grab it, because these do tend to sell out quickly. Here are some examples of things I've bought in the past. I have my Donald Zipper. Isn't he adorable? I think last year they might have had Daisy as like one of the Sanderson sisters. Let me tell you, when I tend to go with my husband, I come home with less these. So I don't think we came home with one last year, but I plan to pick something up this year. So this was a couple years back. We had Mickey dressed as the mummy, and just so adorable. Look, it even has his little tail. And what do we do with these? So I don't put popcorn in these generally. I just hide them away, and these come out, yes, at Halloween every year. I use these as decorations in my house. When it's not Halloween, I just have a special shelf in my room that I keep all my little popcorn bucket collection and everything. But isn't he adorable? So again, if you see one when you come into the park that you think you might like it, go grab it, because I think that they ran out last year at one of the parties when we were at. I don't even remember what it is I was trying to get, but definitely you're gonna wanna snag those while you can. Tips to maximize your night. Obviously, I said before, you're gonna want to arrive well before 4 o'clock. The gate opens at 4, but you're gonna want to make sure you get there probably at least an hour in advance, because people do start lining up early, especially if you want to go see the characters like Jack and Sally. You're also gonna want to prioritize those rare characters or shows or fireworks, because you won't be able to do everything. I'm telling you, you're not gonna be able to do everything, but you're gonna get some amazing ride times. Generally, you could get on rides that are normally like an hour wait, and you could just like walk right on some of them at the time, especially if, let's say, you're not into the fireworks or all the shows. A lot of those times, one of those highly coveted rides like Mine Train, usually you could walk right out. Also, you're gonna wanna make sure that you eat before 7. So generally, I think once the party starts, they start shutting some of the restaurants down, and you're limited with the food places that you can go. I think Cosmic Rays is one of them that you can go to. So Casey's Corner, that will remain open, but a lot of the other restaurants and such will definitely shut down. And there was not going to be like so much food variety once you get there, but there will be a lot of snacks and a lot of candy. I know we were so hungry one year, but we were just kept eating the candy that they were giving us along the way. So you might want to bring some healthy snacks in your stroller for the little ones, or make sure that you get a good meal before you go. Okay, and you're going to want to make sure that you I'm going to have a special planner that you can download. So you're going to want to try to write everything that is a must-do for you, and you're going to want to print that out and bring it with you and just kind of study it before you go, so you're not like lost. I know a couple years ago when my mom came with me, we just didn't know what to do with ourselves. Even though that wasn't our first time of going to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, but we just didn't know what to do, and there weren't a lot of rides that my daughter was able to go on at that time because she was, I don't even think she was 38 inches at that time. So we just didn't know what to do, and you know, we were trying to like fight against her taking a nap because she always went to bed at 7. And so these are things you're going to want to think about before you go, so you're not like wasting time when you're at the party. And also, one thing you might want to consider is catching the second Boo to You parade, because the crowds are usually less. However, if you have little ones that have a hard time staying up, my daughter always falls asleep in the stroller, so I want to make sure that she gets to one of those parades. So generally that's why I try to go to the earlier one, but I hear that the crowds are less at the second show. I think that's everything that you need to know about the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. It's truly one of the most magical events and so fun for families. If you're gonna go this year, go ahead and leave me an emoji down below in the comments and let me know what you're most looking forward to this year. And don't forget to grab my free Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween planner. I'll link that below. It's going to be packed with tips and checklists for your night. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead, like and subscribe if we're not already friends, and we'll see you in the next one or at Disney. Thanks for watching. Bye!